One of the things that is becoming more and more common in our society is people who consume protein. In fact, it's becoming almost a constant push, and young people are always looking for the next protein shake because thankfully we are looking more towards exercise, which is always wonderful. But when we also start to look for protein because we are told that our muscles develop better with protein, which is true, we also have to be careful that we're not bringing so much into the body that our kidneys are overwhelmed with it, because that's always a possibility. I recently spoke to a mother who told me her son had to be ended up in the hospital, and the medical diagnosis was that he had consumed so much protein drinks that he had overburdened his kidneys. And although there had been symptoms there, he had ignored them to the point that now, when he finally ended up in the hospital, he had to be put on dialysis. So it is a serious thing when we don't know how much protein to consume. And we really don't need as much as we're being told that we need. And we really don't need it from products such as whey, which is animal products. So I wanted to talk to you about a drink that Solle Naturals has that is called Solle Complete. So it's not a protein drink, at least not exclusively, but it does have protein, but it's so much more than protein, and therefore Solle decided to call it Solle Complete, not Solle Protein, Solle Complete Protein Plus. So in Solle Complete, we do get protein. In fact, in the Dutch cocoa, we get 19 grams of protein, and in the natural, we get 18 grams. Here's the difference between the two flavors that Solle offers. In the natural, you will get 3 grams of sugar, while in the Dutch cocoa, you will get 6 grams of sugar. Don't let that throw you off, because it's not sugar. It's just the carbs, and it's nothing that makes the drink sweet. So don't expect it to be sweet, because it's not, since it doesn't have sugar, literally the sugar in it. The other difference is you get 2 grams of protein in the natural, and you get 3 grams of protein in the Dutch cocoa. 8 carbs here in natural, 12 carbs here, and finally 110 calories. So if you're looking for less calories, you're going with natural, and 130 calories in the Dutch cocoa. But because it's not only protein, in fact, let's talk about first the protein aspect of it. So we're getting the protein from pea protein, so it's plant-based. In fact, all of Solle products are plant-based. You're never going to find a product that has, in Solle, that has any animal byproduct. That's why even our omegas are made from, not fish, because that would be an animal, from the animal kingdom, but just plants. So we get it from pea protein, and if you're worried as an athlete, is it going to be enough to help me develop muscle? I was reading a study just today, a 12-week study of the many that are out there, where they were comparing people that were on whey protein and people that were on pea protein, and how they developed muscle, and there was no difference at all. They both developed it at the same rate. So if that is your reason for consuming protein, you're going to be covered with Solle Complete. Now, what other pluses are you getting? Because it's not just protein, we said. Well, it's got 2 blends, which are amazing. I won't be able to go over every ingredient, but I thought I'd highlight. The name of one of them is Solle Stamina Mind and Body Lifting Blend. And what's neat about that is that right away it tells you it's something that's going to engage your mind, not only your body. That's always wonderful. And in fact, it's another thing that makes Solle stand out in the middle of all these other companies. Their products will always recognize that there is a mind-body connection, and there will always be products in there that engage the mind. So that means emotionally you're getting a lot of good things. In fact, in that blend is where we find the 3 adaptogens that this product has. That's the other thing that makes Solle different to every other company out there, that each of their products has adaptogens. And adaptogens are simply plants that help you adapt to stress, to the way you react to stress. So one of the things that happens when we face stress is that we hold worry in the gut, so in the stomach. So one of the things that always happens is we get a lot of people lately who are going to have a lot of stomach issues. In fact, that is very real, so much so that if you go into a pharmacy, I've always said the greatest section in the pharmacy of medication that's not prescribed, that you can just go in and grab, will always be related to your stomach, because there's a lot of worry, and as time goes by, that isn't getting any better. So we get a lot of people diagnosed by the medical profession with gastritis, with just ulcers and stomach issues, and I'm eating and I'm burping all the time and everything just doesn't sit well in my stomach. And again, remember, there is an emotion underlying, an underlying effect of emotions in there, which is worry. So when I get a product that has adaptogens, well, now my body has something that it needs to be able to have a good response when all this stress affects me and I tend to worry. So it's awesome that this blend has that. And that's how it's going to address your mind. And that's why it's a mind-body lifting. But because it's mind-body lifting, think of all the other things that that involves. Think of anything in the body that would be exhausted. You know, so if you have issues with just your energy being low, with your metabolism being slow, with your emotions just all the time floored, you know, you're battling low moods, not depression maybe, or even depression, but low moods. This is going to have something that's going to give you not just protein, but Soul Complete is going to address all these low things in your life, mentally, emotionally, and physically. The ingredients in that product or in that blend, besides the 3 adaptogens, which are astragalus, rhodiola, and eleuthero, among those, we also have green tea, ginkgo biloba, yerba mate, and ginger. So we're getting a lot of cool products, a lot of good ingredients that are coming in. They're going to help with the circulation. They're going to help with the digestion. They're going to just give me a lot of goodies. When you think of ginger, you're thinking of all the things that would upset your tummy, because ginger is going to come in and help. So when you're talking about people who are having issues with nauseousness, with vomiting, gallbladder issues where it has been removed, and now you still want to, protein sits heavier on people without a gallbladder, that's not going to be an issue with this product because of all the neat things we have in there, among the ones I just mentioned, ginger and such. It also has ginkgo biloba, so it's going to be very circulatory. So think of people that have issues with their circulatory system, and because they have those issues, one of the things that is suggested is that, for example, they limit their intake of meats. Well, this is a fantastic way to limit it, because now I'm having a product here that is going to help me at a circulatory level and is also going to feed me, because I have some nutrition with the protein as well, and nutrition with all the other ingredients. It's also very good for people who have kidney issues, or who want to prevent kidney issues. I want to take a protein that helps me, but I don't want it to be heavy. I want my kidneys to be moving around, moving well. This is awesome for that as well. So, and why do we say that? Well, because the other group of ingredients, BioSoul Systemic Rejuvenation Blend, I love the rejuvenation part of this, is going to have marshmallow, slippery elm, papain, and a probiotic, among a whole bunch of other fibers that are going to be so awesome for the gut. So now we have products that come in, and if you're the type of person, or you know people who want to get on this, and they're the type of people that tell you protein just sits real heavy on me, that's not going to be an issue with this, because we've got slippery elm in there, we've got marshmallow, we've got ginger, we've got a probiotic, we've got all these goodies that are going to come in and digest and bring down inflammation. Very healing. So if I'm complaining of vomiting, of nauseousness, if I don't have a gallbladder, this is going to be very soothing. If I have ulcers, if I have bleeding ulcers, this is going to be a product that is amazing for that. Now remember, I'm not a doctor. I don't treat, diagnose, or prescribe. My intentions as I share this information is to make you aware of natural plants that, if you know how to take them and you bring them into your body, you're going to find that they are very healing to the body. And then this way, with this information, you can make a decision as to what you're going to take whenever you need it. Think of weight control. People that want or are looking to gain weight can actually take this product in between meals. So between your breakfast and your lunch, and between your lunch and your dinner as snacks, you can have a scoop or 2 of this product, and now you have a good snack that's going to help you for your body to do what it has been designed to do. It's going to keep you at an ideal weight. It's not going to make you overweight. It's not going to make you lose so much weight either that you're walking around like a stick. So So think of that as you're using it for weight control. As a snack, if I'm looking to gain weight. As a meal replacement, if I'm looking to lose weight. So breakfast, which is so easily skipped in our society. You wake up, you're running around, I don't have time. You always have time for 2 scoops in a shaker bottle, mixed with almond milk or coconut milk. The product doesn't have sugar, so don't add any to it. Find the coconut milk or the almond milk that is unsweetened. And that way you have something already prepared. You can actually add a packet of Cinnamate or of Excel in there, and now you have an awesome breakfast replacement. And you've got a whole bunch of other goodies, not just protein. A lot of things that are going to start your day up in a high note, and you're just going to have the energy you need. So remember, for people who have nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, very good for people with diarrhea. We hadn't mentioned that because of the slippery elm, because of the ginger, because of the probiotic. It's going to come in and it's going to be very healing. So all these digestive issues, gastritis that we mentioned, people with heart issues as well because they're trying to stay away from meats. So now they have plant. People with kidney issues because it won't be too heavy on them. It has so many anti-inflammatories that are going to help the kidneys to move along. And so I have a protein that isn't meat protein. They remove, or they should remove, that from people who have kidney issues. Think of people that complain a lot about pain. People that have or have been diagnosed by the doctor with arthritis. That's a lot of uric acid staying and building up in the joints and causing all this inflammation. Uric acid is the result of the kidneys not working as they should. And so this type of, and where does that come from, the uric acid? From what's left of meats. They're eating too many meats. So for people who have arthritis, one of the neat things that they have to do, or they should be told to do, is to eliminate their consumption of meat or lower it. Look for vegetarian ways to eat. So this is awesome because Solle Complete is going to allow them to do exactly that, to eliminate meat products and actually have something very nutritious and plant-based. So you're a vegetarian that day if you eat this and only eat vegetables and plants. And no meats the rest of the day, obviously. Also, keep in mind that it has amino acids. So I love the fact that because it has amino acids, it has lysine. And I always love to talk about that amino acid in particular because one of the things that happens in our society too as we age is we begin to lose, because of the way we eat, because of the stress, because of just our environment, we begin to lose calcium in our urine. And that's a huge concern because what happens when we lose, or when there's calcium in our urine, well, that means we're losing it from our bones. And if we lose it from our bones, we're going to be battling osteoporosis in the near future or earlier than we want to. So whether you're there already or not, you definitely want to prevent that. And one of the things that the amino acids naturally occurring in these plants give you is the ability to retain that calcium in your bones so that doesn't happen. So then that right away opens a whole new other area where we can use Solle Complete. We can give it to kids. From 1 year on, this is a drink that I can add to whatever I'm giving them, a juice or one of the drinks from Solle. I'm not big on recommending juice for kids. So just any of our drinks from Solle that don't have sugar, I can put a scoop and I can make it a drink for the kids, and now their bones are going to be stronger. And I say from 1 year on because it has honey powder, so I don't ever recommend honey or honey powder in kids younger than 1 year. Their digestive system is simply not ready for it. So I think you've got a lot of ideas there of different ways to use protein. I actually like to put it in my almond milk in the morning, and I put it and mix it with my Excel, and that is my breakfast after I've had Thrive and fiber a little earlier than that. So I hope that all this helps you to realize that as you take your 4 drinks from Solle Naturals, your Excel, Renew, and Cinnamate, Excel, Renew, Cinnamate, and Vital, you can also add now this to your program. Or you can do the initial balance, which includes 8 products that we've talked about in other videos. And you can also add this product and have an even more complete program. And now you have protein in a way that is best used for your body and that will keep you healthy and won't hurt you. And I hope you do that and let me know how you feel on that drink.